Hello everyone, Jeff Green here once again. It's time for another market analysis for week 43, which ended on the 29th of October 2021. And actually I'm recording this on Halloween evening, I guess. It's the afternoon, Halloween evening in the United States, so hope you guys all have a spooktacular day and don't eat too much of the sweet stuff. So before I get into the charts for the week, I just wanted to show you some changes that I've made to my website. Some people had been asking me a little bit more about what is in the filtered top stocks list. So let me just go through that real quick. I did put a little bit of a description on how these lists are compiled. I think you'll find that these lists are some of the best stocks that you can find in the market every week. If you click on the actual post, you'll find that I've provided even a little bit more information. You can now download an Excel spreadsheet of this week's top stocks, so you can sort and filter how you would like to do it. You can also download a PDF of this week's top stocks. You can click on this link and get a PDF. I also put a little snippet down here, showed you what the new format looks like. You got the symbol here, the industry, the bars left to the earnings date and the actual earnings date, which is probably the most important date that you can watch for when you own stocks. I did put the dividend yield in here because one of the things I watch for is if I like a stock and it has a dividend, I'll typically focus on the dividend, all things else being equal. And I have been asked a lot, what's on my buy list? So these are not recommendations. I am not a financial planner. I cannot and will not tell you what to buy or what to sell, but for interest, I just checked off the ones that are on my personal buy list. I think on this week's list there is, let's see, 77 stocks on the whole list, and only 19 of them are on my personal buy list. So I think if we have a good week this week, then I'll take on new positions and potentially take on additional positions in stocks I already own. Okay, so let's get to the market analysis. If you, I would appreciate it if you like and subscribe to these videos so you can get them on a regular basis. And if you want to share these lists, feel free to do that, but you have to, I'm asking that you keep the link back to this website on any material that you share that you get from this site. So let's jump into the market charts here. Last week we took a look at the broadest ETF, which is called VTI by Vanguard. And let me get a pen here. What we talked about last week was this high right in here. And I expressed a little bit of caution because we had not broken above that high. So Monday we did, and we closed above it. Tuesday we jumped up even higher and then fell back. Wednesday was a pretty sharp down day, and you can see on this down day we did have a little bit of increasing volume. But then Thursday, Friday, things picked up again, and then we're back up closed above the high, which is a very good sign for this week, especially because it was on increasing volume. So remember that November through April is historically the 6 best months of the year. So if we're going to get a strong rally into the end of the year, it is likely to start in the short term. So let's look at a couple of other items on this chart that I'd like to point out. We did have a momentum signal on the weekly chart, which is in support of the daily chart. So that was a very good move. On balance volume on the weekly, the DI plus has crossed the DI minus on the weekly, although the trend indicator has not perked up yet. I think that if we have a good week this week, we might see some increases in those indicators. Let me get my pointer back, and then we'll go look at the three indicators, not three indicators, the three indexes that are watched by many people. Let me erase what I did last time here. So on the far left, we've got the diamonds, which is representative of the Dow, of course. We've got the SPY and the Qs over here. So let me get my pen back. Let me draw some things on here. Dow is well above, and whoops, the Dow is well above that high. SPY is well above that high, and the Qs are well above that high. So If you're watching the market and took new positions based on the alerts that you can get through my website on Thursday and Friday, you're probably sitting pretty good with a potential relatively strong week this week, I believe. There's an outside day on the Qs, which typically indicates increasing prices. There's almost an outside day on the SPYs, on the SPY, I'm sorry, but not on the diamonds. So the MACDs are all above zeros, which is a good sign. On-balance volume has been moving up sharply. Check those down here. And we still have DI plus above the DI minus on the Dow and the S&P 500 and the Qs. The trend indicators are starting to pick up a little bit on two of these. So there's the trend indicator picking up. There's the trend indicator picking up, and not yet on the diamonds. So I would expect some move up strength this week. It's a good time to be watching my top stocks and top ETFs list for stocks that are starting to take off again. And as usual, watch the alerts page. And I hope you have a great Halloween and a great week trading. And we will talk to you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.